All right, check it out. So today I'm behind the dirt. We're gonna check out ways to score with head outside single on guys like Mark Hall.
And another re-attack, Meyer on the legs. Meyer steps over, we're in a bit of a scramble. Meyer looking to score, can he pop his right arm through?
So if you notice, one of the things, Mark Hall has a really hard time scoring off of a guy that's shooting a head outside single. He's getting scored on. And anytime somebody gets in on a head inside single, he can stuff the action, he can scramble out. But when somebody, for whatever reason, gets in on a high crotch on Mark Hall, they're usually scoring. And the reason being is because when they go into a crackback situation, they're completely parallel with him. Ideally, defensively here, I want to do what I call closing the door on him, right? So I kind of use my hips like a door. So even if he does drive at this point, and he sits me to my butt, okay? I don't know if you can tell, but he has his shoulder to the outside of my leg. I've got a decent angle on this now, and I can probably score from here, okay? But that's not happening. Mark Hall is staying completely parallel with the guy. So what you'll notice again is that I want to stay parallel with my shoulder right in his hip bone, okay? From this position right here, the best possible scenario is for you to have your shoulder inside of his hip. Now, if you look at his shoe, okay, his foot, he's on his toes. Here, a lot of guys, when they do a crackback, they'll try and pull him down this way, which a lot of times kind of puts my own shoulder out of whack here, and it gives him the angle that he needs to score, right, okay? So instead of pulling it this way, maybe what we do is we kind of shift his weight and drive it backwards. If you notice his foot, he's on his toes right now. My job becomes to drive here. Now, if you notice, Joe's holding all of my weight because he's a brick house, all right? And I've got all my weight starting to go behind his butt. Now, once I get it to here, I can kind of sit him down here. But you'll notice again, I don't want to give him an angle. I don't want my shoulder to come out, okay? Joe will eat me alive in there, okay? But here, this is where I want to be. Now, the first thing offensively that you'll see a lot of guys doing is getting to this, what I call home position. Hips are hidden, okay? I'll take my bottom knee here and I'll slide his foot out, just like that. Once I get it to the outside, or at least away from his hip, I can switch knees on it. Now I'm a little bit safer to bring my hips up, like this. Once I do that, I'm gonna lift and set the table, okay? Can you see my left hand? It's gonna swing underneath and catch this foot. Now, it might not be that easy because even just grabbing it, okay, he still has his knee up and he won't let me get to the other side of his legs. So sometimes you might have to kind of swing for that second foot and jump over at the same time. So here, do it on the fly. Like a lot of guys try to beat this position and go over here. It's fine if you can swing for the ankle or swing for the foot at the same time. So again, I'm not just like kind of doing this. So, because right here, he kind of, go ahead, wrestle. Yeah. Now he can wrestle out of the position, right? But what I want is to catch that foot as I go. So it's simultaneous. I have to kind of swing backwards for that foot and catch it while I'm switching position on it too. So here, here, and once he sits, home position, right? And then it's gonna be right here. You gotta kind of have faith. So here, okay? So here, catch. So what that does is it stops him from scooting his butt out, right? And it gives me a little bit of room to go over his knee, right? So again, it's here, okay? Sit him down, catch, home position, right? And then I'm gonna jump, and I'm gonna swing for that second leg here, all in one motion, and lift. That's it. Cut it. Today we're going to teach you how to be an Iowa superfan, just like this guy, okay? First of all, can't be an Iowa superfan unless you got the pinstripe overalls as you see here. In summation, just in case you were wondering how to be a superfan, we've got David Lee Roth, Hulk Hogan, Howard Dean, Bon Scott with Pyro.